Have you ever pondered where English grammar originates from? The story begins with Old English, which was spoken from the 5th to the mid-12th century. This is the earliest form of the English language we know today, but it looked and sounded quite different. The grammar of Old English was heavily influenced by two primary sources: Latin and Germanic languages. The Roman invasion of England brought Latin into the mix, introducing new words and syntax. Meanwhile, the Germanic tribes, specifically the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, contributed their own linguistic elements, further shaping Old English. Old English grammar was complex, featuring a strong inflectional system. This means that the endings of words changed to indicate grammatical relationship such as tense, case, and gender. This is a characteristic it shares with many other ancient languages. So, the roots of English grammar, intriguingly, lie in the linguistic blend of Latin and Germanic languages. English grammar didn't stop evolving with Old English, did it? No, it certainly didn't. Let's fast forward to the transition from Old English to Middle English, which spanned from the late 11th to the late 15th century. This was a time of great change, largely influenced by the Norman conquest in 1066. With the Normans came the French language, and it left a significant imprint on English. This influence is evident in the wealth of French words that flowed into English vocabulary. But it wasn't just about vocabulary. The grammar itself went through a simplification process. The complex system of declensions, which was a feature of Old English, began to disappear. This was the period when English grammar started to take a shape that is more familiar to us today. Then we move on to the progression to early modern English, from the late 15th to the late 17th century, and then to modern English, from the late 17th century to the present. One of the most noteworthy changes during these periods was the standardization of grammar. This was a time when rules and structures became more fixed, influenced by the advent of printing and the increased distribution of books. So, English grammar is no fossil. It's a living, evolving entity, shaped by societal and cultural changes. It's a fascinating journey, isn't it? And the journey continues as our language adapts and evolves to meet our ever-changing needs and circumstances. So, how did we end up with the grammar we use today? Well, it's a fascinating journey. The rules we follow now are the result of centuries of linguistic evolution and standardization. Grammar books and education played a monumental role in shaping the structure of modern English. They helped codify, simplify, and disseminate the complex rules of this global language. English grammar, as we know it today, is a testament to the language's rich, diverse history and its capacity for change and adaptation.